In this presentation, I'd like to discuss what is the definition of a fraction. And as a student, when you sit there and you decide you're going to write down a fraction, you pretty much know what it looks like and know how to do a bunch of things with them, right? And on the screen here, you'll see a couple of the benchmark fractions that you've worked with for quite some time. But the question is, what is the definition of a fraction? What is it actually? And when you think about that, a lot of people will sometimes say a number that is less than a whole. And that's okay, except if you're dealing with an improper fraction, you're dealing with something that's greater than one whole. So that might not necessarily always be the case. Another example I have on there is a negative a half, which not really fifth grade math, but interesting to think about is something that you'll be dealing with going forward in the future. Another concept that people describe a fraction is the number of something you have over the total of numbers something available, which is okay. But once again, if you have 5/4 or any other improper fraction, you're dealing with something that's greater than one whole. And that description then sort of breaks down. So although it's accurate sometimes, I don't think it's always accurate. Another way to describe a fraction is representing a ratio. I have a bag of Skittles. You get one Skittle for every two that I take. And that ratio stays the same the whole time while we're dividing the rest of that bag out. But are we writing down a ratio every time we write down a fraction? I don't think that necessarily holds true all the time, but something to think about for sure. And finally, you have, is the fraction just another way to describe a division problem? 1/2 is the same thing as saying, how many times does 2 go into 1? Okay, and although we're not going to expand on that concept, I just want you to think about what that means. And are you writing down a division problem every time you have a fraction? So what I'd like you to do is to write down a paragraph of which definition you think is the most accurate and defend your choice. If you don't like the choices that we've presented in this video, then make up your own, but make sure you are ready to defend it.